Malaysia is tightening the rules on imported electric vehicles. Starting July, all fully assembled EV imports will face new regulations after a tax break period comes to an end. The move signals a shift as the country pushes to grow its own electric vehicle ecosystem. Under the new rules, imported EVs fully assembled overseas must meet a minimum value of $51,000. The required motor power will also be lowered to 180 kilowatts from 200 kilowatts. These changes follow incentives granted from January 2022 to December 2025, offering full import and excise duty exemptions to boost EV adoption. The policy shift comes as Malaysia looks beyond imports and towards becoming a key player in the global EV supply chain. As global tensions push companies to diversify away from China, Malaysia is emerging as a viable alternative. The government is backing this push under its new Industrial Master Plan 2030, a roadmap to transform Malaysia's manufacturing landscape. And for more, CNA digital correspondent Rashvinjeet Bedi joins us live from Kuala Lumpur. Now, Rashvin, how has Malaysia set itself apart to attract investment in the EV sector?
Hi, Angela. So Malaysia isn't just starting from scratch. It is leveraging a 50-year legacy as a global semiconductor hub. So Malaysia is currently the world's sixth largest exporter of semiconductors, and it currently handles about 13% of the world's chip testing and packaging, also known as the back-end process. So companies such as Infineon, one of the largest semiconductor companies in the world, have invested lots of money in the country. So they opened a 7 billion euro silicon carbide production facility in the state of Kedah, and it aims to serve about 30% of the global market by 2030. And silicon carbide is a compound considered the gold standard for EV inverters. So this would make the cars charge faster and have a better range. And Malaysia also has an industry here to build cars, so that would be leveraged as well. But beyond the technical base, the China Plus One strategy has also helped as global firms look to diversify their supply chains away from US-China trade tensions. So Malaysia has emerged as a neutral and highly skilled alternative.
Yeah, Malaysia also recently launched its first homegrown EV. So how else is it working to solidify its status as an EV maker?
Okay, so the EV you mean is the Perodua QVE. It is a milestone, but Malaysia's ambitions goes far beyond just assembling vehicles. So they are looking at pivoting towards what we call next generation vehicles. And to solidify the status, they are looking at three key pillars like localizing the supply chain. So they just don't want to import kits. They want to incentivize the local production of critical components like inverters, battery management systems, and sensors. And because EVs are essentially computers on wheels, Malaysia is trying to go upstream. So instead of just testing and packaging chips, they want to design the integrated circuit chips. So once you design the chips that run the cars, Malaysia does become indispensable to the global market. So for example, to push for this, there is a semiconductor design IC park in the country that is looking at pushing at all these things. And then again, there's the national automotive policy, where there's an emphasis on upskilling workers to handle high voltage systems and software-defined vehicle architectures. So it's going deeper into technology development and component manufacturing instead of just assembling, which we have seen all this while.
All right, Rashvin, thank you so much for that update. There was CNA digital correspondent Rashvinjeet Bedi, live from Kuala Lumpur. And you can find out more about the hidden costs of electric vehicles across Asia on our website, cna.asia, on our mobile app.